The backlash has begun. Phillip Schofield certainly knows how to get tongues wagging, and his big controversial comeback is causing quite the stir amongst the public, his fellow celebrities, former This Morning guests and allegedly even Channel 5 staff have waded in. More on that later. Also, some are questioning how Schofield's screen return will affect his former young lover, who once again appears to have been completely overlooked, as media rake over clips of Schofield's Castaway like vultures gripping a fine-tooth comb. Again. More on that later. Meanwhile, in a futile attempt to cool the outrage, Channel 5 has decided to implement a rather drastic measure over its online promotion of Phillip's new series amid the fierce backlash. Social media users have come out in force to slam the channel for disabling comments on its posts about the series, prompting several to hijack updates about other shows to air their dismay. Slamming the network's decision to prevent fans from commenting on the promo material, as well as the decision to commission the series as a whole, followers have branded the choice shameful. "We'll be boycotting moving forward," one fan brutally commented on a post about the drama series The Wives. On the same post, a second hit out, "Shame on you, I will not be watching your channel." Elsewhere, a third slammed, "Channel 5, why are you not allowing comments on your TV series with Phillip Schofield? Is it because of backlash? You should be ashamed. I wonder why they have turned off comments on the Scof program," another wondered. And a fifth blasted, "The fact you had to turn off the comments on the Phil posts. Who are you? Not sure about the new show?" A sixth also weighed in on a recent post from Channel 5. So far, Channel 5 representatives have declined to comment. But it's not just the public who are fuming. Phillip Schofield's fellow celebs are also airing their views on his comeback. ITV star Nadia Sawalha has positively slammed the former presenter, after saying she doesn't feel sorry for him, making it clear she is less than impressed. She said, "The trailer was popping onto phones all over the place yesterday, and everyone was aghast. When I was first sent it, there was no message with it, so I thought it was a joke." Ouch. And even one of Phillip's close friends, Vanessa Feltz, has some doubts about his screen return, warning that there could be a risk with his reality TV stint, but did add that she will be supporting him along the way. She said, "Any reality TV show anyone does is a risk. That's the whole point. You could come out brilliantly, and everyone could fall in love with you, and you could impress them to the max." The presenter went on to wish Schofield all the luck in the world, and said he should be allowed to do whatever he wants to make him feel better in the aftermath of the scandal. Feltz continued, "Obviously I haven't seen Castaway, so I don't know how he copes in isolation for all those days, and whether it turns out to be a good thing or a bad thing. But he is a very seasoned TV professional, and I really hope that it's the right thing for him, and it does him the power of good, that he personally enjoys it, and that the viewers enjoy it, and that it makes him feel better, and it makes everybody feel better. That's what I would like. I'd like it to be a success." However, since the news broke, Vanessa Feltz admitted that she hasn't been in touch with Schofield because she doesn't want to jump on the bandwagon of messaging. She later added, "No, I haven't messaged because what would I message? I mean, obviously he knows I wish him well, we're good friends." But some are less concerned with Schofield, and are quite rightly worried about where Phil's big comeback leaves his former young lover, and how dredging everything up again will affect him, even going so far as to point out that Schofield's new show is a fresh betrayal to him. Could it lead to the young man breaking his silence? Just how tight is that NDA agreement he allegedly signed, and didn't Phillip Schofield also have to sign it, if we remember rightly? Will that mean Phillip Schofield has to be careful what he says on the new show? Possibly. In fact, we have a feeling he will avoid the topic altogether, save from what we already know. As he sits unshaven, alone and foraging for food, it's a far cry from his now shattered squeaky clean daytime television presenter image, and some television insiders have described Schofield's new Channel 5 program as one big pity party. And, allegedly, staff at the channel are, quote, "bloody furious. We think it's outrageous to give him a platform at all," said one employee. Rumors only started to go around the office last week, but it has been kept totally under wraps, so it has started a lot of gossip and discussion, as well as some anger. Schofield says that Castaway is his story of survival, both on a desert island and off it. But thousands of miles away, in the north of England, sits a young man whose struggles and isolation have been all too real, Schofield's former lover who he worked alongside on ITV's This Morning. Their relationship, behind Schofield's wife Stephanie Lowe's back, spelled an end to the young man's career as a television producer. His life shattered, he parted ways with ITV and since then has worked in pubs. He has also moved between homes as he has struggled to piece his life back together. Needing help to make sense of the fallout, he was being aided by top London lawyers, Mishcon de Raya, until earlier this year. In the Castaway clip, Schofield says defiantly, "I can say whatever I want about whatever I want." But both he and his former lover are, in theory, banned from speaking about one another, due to that non-disclosure agreement where a six-figure settlement was agreed upon. So just what will the former young runner make of Schofield's attempt at a comeback? Particularly when the agreement was supposed to signal an end to the scandal, allowing both men to move on with their lives. Those familiar with the situation say Schofield's return to screens will come as a terrible new chapter in the saga that has blighted much of his former lover's adult life. He is, says one friend of the young man, likely to feel betrayed all over again. Their fling ruined everything for him. It ripped his life to bits. He had to leave his job, and the whole industry really, and he had to deal with knowing that everyone in the business was talking about it, says one source. But when he reached a settlement with Phillip last year, it was supposed to help him get back on his feet and move on with his life. Now he has to see him back on the telly rebuilding his career a matter of months later. Surely the point was that they were both quietly stepping away from it all. It almost feels like a fresh betrayal. The man, in his 20s, has yet to speak out about his relationship with Schofield, and now those who know him wonder whether he may be tempted. Well, you never know, the source said. This might even make him want to finally speak out after biting his tongue for years. But, for the time being, the spotlight is firmly on Phillip Schofield, who has missed the limelight according to friends. However, with his new show just days away, a disgruntled Channel 5 source said of Castaway, viewers may find the lack of transparency even more infuriating, and allegations of glossing over the serious nature of the scandal may trigger more complaints. The insider added, anyone tuning in, hoping to hear chapter and verse about Phillip's affair, and the fallout behind the scenes at ITV, is likely to be disappointed. Wow. Even insiders are sticking the boot into Schofield's comeback bid, and perhaps not surprisingly the news has cheesed off old This Morning guests, who had the misfortune of being interviewed by him. A woman dubbed Britain's Most Hated Woman claims she earned her unflattering title because of Phillip Schofield. Carla Bellucci has not forgiven the TV presenter 5 years after she appeared as a guest on This Morning, and claims he still owes her an apology for what she says was unfair treatment on the show back in 2019. The influencer was on the couch with Phil and Holly talking about faking depression to blag a nose job on the NHS. Now chomping at the bit to stick the boot in, Carla declared, "I have seen Phillip has a new show. What a come down for him. I actually feel sorry for him, going from ITV to Channel 5. I hope while he was on Castaway Island, he thought about being such a D to me. I'm still waiting for my apology 5 years later." He has now turned off all his comments on his posts, like I still have to do to this day, because of how he made the nation portray me. What goes around comes around. Indeed it does. Has the time come for old Phil to get his comeuppance? Or will he get the last laugh and wheedle his way back into the nation's hearts? As always, we'll have to wait and see. But for now, things look like they could get bumpy. Is it a storm in a teacup, or will the backlash blow Phillip Schofield's house down for good? Like and subscribe for more journeys through the blinker hole. For entertainment purposes only.